Isn't it wonderful? I just pick up the phone, tell them what I want, and poof, magic.
I know, my love, but there is the cost.
No, it doesn't cost a thing. All they want is my autograph. Am I famous?
Not yet, but you soon might be.
Thank you very much for bringing me here, Thelma. It's so nice to feel happy.
Thelma, you better come quick. Joyce is watching Tom and Jerry.
Oh, God.
JB, everything all right?
Not exactly. Any idea where your mother is, by any chance?
Yes, good news on that front. She's moved out of the twilight years and moved into the Old Manor Park Hotel.
I know. Together with 11 other crusties.
What?
She's been on the bloody local news, saying how they've escaped a life of tyranny and overcooked cabbage.
On television?
And tonight she's going nationwide. Sort it out, or I'm going to have your ass for a plate rack.
But you've no idea what... No idea what might happen.
I think it would be very interesting and
No, I don't think it could be a terrible mistake. I'm sure you... Jesus, God. One more picture over here, please, man.
Just over here. Thank you very much.
Come, drink some port wine with me down at the old Bull and Booze. Hear the German band.
Excuse me. Are you the manager? Yes, sir. I want to speak to Mrs. Caldicot.
Join the queue.
No. I'm her son.
I'm Mr. Caldicot. I'm sorry, sir, but your mother's just left the television studio.
What?
She's on the Nick Reed show. I tried to stop her,
The Nick Reed show?
In all the chaos.
Yes, sir, but if you could just hang on a moment, sir.
I don't know why we bother rehearsing. It's not for my bloody benefit, that's for sure.
Don't worry. His bark's worse than his bite. I'll see if he'll talk to you now. Nick, this is Mrs. Caldicot.
Oh, Mrs. Caldicot. She's much smaller than I imagined. I saw her on the local news lunchtime wearing that outfit.
And I've seen you on there. Is it Mick or Nick?
We are going to get on like a house on fire. Now, don't you worry about a thing. I'll ask you about the cabbage, and you just tell me what happened.
Righto.
The outfit is going to have to go. This is prime time. Get into something half decent, for Christ's sake!
Why does his wife let him wear that silly wig?
Shh. The wig is classified information.
I've seen more convincing hair on a lavatory brush.
And that's not his wife. Come on, I better get you into makeup and wardrobe.
I just can't believe they've done me up so beautifully.
You look lovely.
Thank you.
Round to the right here. Don't be nervous.
I've got a few butterflies.
My wife does stand up and she does jokes about me. She says that when I make love, I'm like the lottery. Bit of excitement, balls drop, roll over. Now, we will be filming you tonight because they're thinking... And you heard of pop stars? Well, we are doing a new
hello, Terry.
studio.
Who are they?
That's my son. What do you want?
Think of my career.
We're on air in 10 seconds. Think of your family. Shh. Get them back in their seats.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Reed.
My first guest tonight is a housewife. But she's no ordinary housewife. She hit the headlines early this morning when she led a mass escape from an old people's home. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's the leader of the Wrinklies Revolution. Please welcome Thelma Caldicot. Mrs. Caldicot, You're in the news because you led a walkout at the Twilight Years rest home.
That's right.
Now, it's being said that you led the walkout because you couldn't stand cabbage. It's rather extreme, isn't it?
Well, it's true that I didn't want to eat any more cabbage, but that's not why I left.
Tell us why, then.
Well, I left because it was a place that was run with minimum care for maximum profit by a tin-pot little dictator.
Even so, some people are saying that you're just an attention seeker.
Why on earth would anyone say that?
Because that's what children do, isn't it? They throw a tantrum when they're faced with food that they don't want to eat.
I'm not looking for attention at all.
Oh, come on, you're on national television.
No, only because you asked me. There's a smashing film on the other side. I'd much rather be watching that.
Good for you, Thelma! Switch over then. Let's see it, eh?
Don't you dare!
Do you think your actions will lead to revolution among our senior citizens?
I don't know.
You don't know? It's not very responsible, is it?
Sometimes life isn't about knowing the answers. It's about knowing the right questions to ask.
Well, let's swap seats then. You tell me what the right questions are.
Well, for a start, instead of making cheap jibes at me, why don't you ask me why we lock up these lovely, decent people just because they're getting old? Oh, no, sorry, past it. What on earth does that mean? Past it? Past what?
And the answer is?
I don't know what the answer is. Maybe it's because we're selfish. Why is it that we rob them of their dignity and stuff a load of tranquilizers down their throats instead of offering them our help and our care and most of all, our time?
You tell us.
And why is it that the very sight of them repulses us? The older and the more feeble they get. I mean, we've all done it, haven't we? Oh, don't let me get like that, you know. If I get like that, shoot me. Maybe it's just fear. And no, I don't know what the answer is, but I do know that these are the questions we should be asking. All of us.
Well, that's very enlightening, isn't it? Now, are there any more questions you want to ask before I let tonight's star guest get a word in edgeways?
Yeah, just one. Why'd you wear that daft wig?
Switch over then!
What shall I do with my lovely outfit?
Keep it. I think that's the least of their worries.
Will there be a car to take me home?
I'm sorry. Nick's vetoed any more hospitality. Take a taxi and send us a bill.
Very nice performance.
Thank you. Do I know you?
Philip Jenkins. Was at the hotel when you were checking in.
Oh, yes.
May I give you a lift?
That'd be lovely, but is there another way out of here?
Ah. You're looking lovely, by the way.
Thank you.
Who were you avoiding?
Oh, my son and daughter-in-law. I think they're a bit cross with me.
Why?
Well, they were the ones that put me into the Twilight Years rest home in the first place, and they want me to go back in.
See.
Derek, that's my son. He's a director of the property company that owns it.
Why can't you let them off the hook tonight? This is a big story.
Can't turn against your own flesh and blood, can you, no matter what they've done? I suppose you'll write about it, won't you? You're a journalist, after all.
Sort of. But I'm not a hack.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't print anything you didn't approve of.
I'm afraid my trust in people is a bit frayed round the edges at the moment.
I'll just have to take me time then. Would you like a nightcap?
Oh, OK.
I'll find a balm.
Right.
Mrs. Caldicot, I'm glad I caught you.
Yes?
It's your booking. I'm afraid we have no spare rooms after tonight.
I see. Orders from above?
No. A prior arrangement. A company booking.
Prove it.
I'm sorry.
Show me the booking.
Madam, I don't have to prove anything.
Now listen. I led a walkout earlier on today, and tomorrow, unless you change your attitude, I shall be organising a lie-in.
Mrs. Caldicot, please.
What's going on?
He wants to throw us all out.
Is this true?
Please, sir, you are a much valued customer here. But with the greatest respect, this is not your business.
With the greatest respect it is. Mrs. Caldicot has agreed to tell her story exclusively for the Globe.
I need some fresh air. Great long streak of misery. Oh. Thank you for that. I didn't relish another confrontation.
You surprised me. You're getting rather good at confrontation.
I know. And a few days ago, I wouldn't have said boo to a goose.
I meant what I said about the Globe.
My story. One day wonder.
Right now, you're front page news, Thelma.
It had finished, Derek and Veronica. I couldn't take that responsibility.
Well, that's tough, I know. But from what I've seen, you've inherited an even bigger responsibility in there.
I know. Well, we can't stay here much longer.
Oh.
I want to find them. A place where they can all be together. You know, I'm not letting them go back there.
No. Let's put our heads together. Not tonight. We'll have lunch tomorrow, and then we'll talk it all over.
Oh, I'd like that.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much.
I'll call you in the morning.
Right.
Good night.
Good night.
Very nice performance. You're looking lovely, by the way.
Not bad, Thelma. No, you can't. Yes, you can, Thelma. You can do anything you like.
Only one thing missing, Joyce. A bell. Bell.
Why isn't our beautiful and illustrious leader here enjoying herself?
Too busy, Hewitt.
My bike had a very loud bell.
I saw the chap whisking her away.
Suppose someone stepped out in front of us.
Thought I spotted a bit of hand kissing.
Aye, 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 aye.
Knocked it down?
For a housing development?
I don't believe it.
You'd better. Mr. Derek Caldicot stands to make a small fortune out of it.
They never told you?
No. But that was the only decent thing he did for me in 40 years of marriage, was to leave me with a roof over my head, and now my son's taken it away from me.
What? Out again?
I'm afraid so, sir.
I'm sorry, I don't believe you.
Well, I've got it.
Put me through to the manager.
It's Mr. Caldicot.
Ah, Caldicot. Mr. Caldicot, I'm so glad you called.
Are you blocking my calls to my mother's room?
No, certainly not.
I'm sending a car around for her. Get her bags packed.
She was picked up an hour ago, sir.
Picked up? Who by?
By a director of the Globe newspaper, but if you could just wait a moment, I'd like to discuss Mrs. Caldicot's bill. Hello. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Thanks, Bob.
OK. Thanks, Bob. Bye. Bye-bye. That wasn't easy.
But you feel better.
Yeah, you're damn right I do.
Thelma, you said nothing you need be ashamed of.
Be a few ugly faces tomorrow, though.
About time, too. Relax, you were very good.
I haven't had many times like this, you know.
What?
Good company, nice places. It wasn't until my husband died that I realized that he hadn't shared any of those things with me. Are you married?
Was. It ended 10 years ago.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be nosy.
Not at all. I'd want you to know.
Why?
Because I hope we're going to keep in close touch.
Good.
Good. Now, the problem of your displaced seniors.
Yeah. Where are we going to get them in? Quickly.
I thought your son and his boss could work that one out. Tomorrow morning.
I don't follow.
The Globe brings Derek's boss for a quote. He blows a fuse and calls an emergency board meeting for tomorrow.
But on a Sunday?
Yes. And you'll be the surprise guest.
No doubt you'll explain why.
No doubt. First, I think we'd better get your things and book you in somewhere for tonight. You may have unwelcome visitors at your hotel.
Just a minute. Oh, hello, Derek.
Yes, Derek, so you do remember me.
Of course I do.
Then why haven't you returned my calls?
Well, I've been very busy.
Oh, I know, Mother. This nonsense has got to stop. Get packing.
I am packing. What nonsense has got to stop?
I mean the public abuse you have showered on your family and the company
Yeah,
where
just
I
come
had
in.
hoped to
Wait a
build a
minute.
career. And now what's this bullshit about the Sunday Globe?
Excuse me, madam. I need to talk to Mr. Caldicot.
Mr.
Not
Caldicot.
now.
I'm afraid it can't wait, sir.
Well, what is it? What is it?
Can't, sir.
Oh, well, look, stick it on this. She is checking out. Now, look, Mother, this situation...
Yeah, I've got to go now, Derek.
There are a number of sundry items you should know.
I'll phone you later.
Don't you
Yes,
go...
sir. 12 rooms and sundries.
Oi! I can't get out!
Something amusing, was that? My copy, I think.
Mr. Hawksmoor, it's JB.
Just no, tell him I can't come to the phone.
He isn't on the phone.
Just cut him off.
Cut him
I
off!
can't cut him off. He's here.
He's here.
He's just driven into the car park.
Hawksmoor!
Nervous?
Yep. I'm not looking forward to this. It's no fun putting your family on the street.
It's what they did to you.
I wish you'd come in with me.
No, it's your show. I'll wait for you out here. Knock 'em dead.
Well, as you North Country people say, you've got a brass neck.
What's your answer?
Sorry, really, I'm very, very sorry. We've been looking for her all over.
She's been without her medication for 3 days. Come on, Mum.
Let me go, Veronica. There's a good girl.
What are you doing here, Mother?
She's here to save the Twilight Years rest home and all her wrinkly friends from the knacker's yard.
Oh? How? This should be good.
Now she's ruined it as a business. She wants to buy it off us.
Whatever for?
Properly run, it could be everything that you claimed it to be.
Yeah, well, who's going to run it? You? This asylum run by the patients?
Where are you going to get the money from?
From here.
She wants us to give her the mortgage, as well as a knockdown price. Thank you for this, Derek.
Mother, what are you trying to do to us?
You've been selfish and thoughtless.
Oh, dear.
Perhaps your mother should try another course of medication.
Well, she certainly hasn't got her head on straight.
Oh, do you mean like I had the day you forced me to sign over my home?
It wasn't your house.
It was mine to live in.
And systematically wreck?
Wreck? Is that why you drugged me and stuffed me in an old people's home?
It was for your own good, Mother.
Do you know something, Derek? In the end, I suppose it was. When I finally came to, I realized that I'd been bullied all my life. First by your father, then by you, and then by her. And finally by that mob at the Twilight Years who ran the place for nobody's best interest except their own and this property company.
And now, thanks to you, it's no use to anybody.
And what are your readers going to say about that?
Oh, not nearly as much as they'll think when they hear about your other little project.
What?
She's talking about the development of our old home. Some little shit from the Globe flashed out the details.
And it will be on the front page next week, unless...
Mum. That's blackmail.
I suppose it is. Oh, Derek. Try to see the funny side. Do you know something? He never laughed. Even as a baby. Not even when he was tickled.
How'd it go?
It's in the lap of the gods.
It's wonderful. It's so different.
Of course it's different. We're in charge now.
Elma! My darling.
And Jean is the matron now.
She'll let me in the garden now.
Come on. Everyone's waiting to start the party.
Come on, then. Welcome home.